This is the instruction video for folding this new build your own lamp. This new design I created, and has a rigid shape, but it's something different than my other build your own lamp styles, which usually has a more simple octagonal prism. And this is what it should look like. And let's get started. So in the packet that you buy, there's two practice sheets, right? You can use those to try and fold it yourself, and then if you mess up, it's okay. But otherwise, I would just go ahead and start with the real sheets. This is the two cardstock. I might go kind of fast, but feel free to pause the video. So after you've drawn your pattern on these two sheets, right, and you can basically cut it out with either a scissor or an X-Acto knife. And so I would just use an X-Acto knife since I'm much better at that. Make sure that you cut around the dotted line only. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's up to you. But what you will need to assemble is either tape or glue. I would just use tape because it's a lot faster and more efficient. You can use hot glue too. Alright, the next one. Alright, I am a bit fast, so take your time, no need to rush. And then the next point is to, you can either choose to, would be better this way. We're going to put these two sheets together by folding like this way, right? And folding the flaps downward on one side for now. And make sure that when you put these two sheets together that the printed lines are facing this way, facing up towards you. It's easier for me to just hold it down like this and then grab tape and then tape it the edge. Or you can try it this way. it might be better to also tape the back. Make sure you don't put tape over overlapping the other flaps. Or you can just put glue here and glue together. That's up to you. So this way, it just prevents the paper from splitting when I'm folding. And then the next step is to, all these lines we have to fold the creases in order to create the lines. And that way it will come together. And I'm going to start with the horizontal lines first. And usually when I face it downward, I do it this way by looking at this line, and I align this center right here, and I go across from left to right. And this top line folds this way, and then we're going to fold the bottom two lines that make the bottom part. And then we do this in order to fold this line inward. And it's also important that these three lines are folded this way, and then the rest of these lines are folded outward. And usually, because this is equal in half, I would just bring this point all the way to this point and fold it like this. In order to fold this line, I'll bring this point to the center. Actually, I should not. Okay, I'll bring this point to this point. In order to fold this line. And then from this point to this point, there we go. Repeat the process. Make sure you fold it correctly. And that's what you need right now. And then what we will need to do is, so we need to fold these diagonal lines. And they need to be folded this way. But when you're folding this, it's very important that you don't fold all the way downward, right? Just where the lines are. Where they're ended. That way you're not making extra creases that doesn't need to be there. It may work best if you hold it the way I do. Start from one end slowly, and then you work your way across. And obviously you don't go across that way. Don't go too far. And then let's reverse it. We need to fold these lines as well. And then after that, we're going to fold these lines, which makes the top. And we'll just do like this. Do for the bottom as well, but don't go further than the line that is drawn. So once you have this, right, you have this shape, the lines are all folded, and then the next part is to put it together. And so let's fold the flaps first. Now from here you can either use double-sided tape or hot glue or Elmer's glue to glue the flaps together, but for now I would just use tape, which is fine. Just fold both of the flaps down by the line. And it might work best if you use like small individual tapes, just enough for each flap. Make sure you line up the edges. You make sure that the shape are the inner triangles or cubes are inserted in. And then we start with the top, right? And you see these diagonal lines that are being drawn right here. We're going to fold them in. What usually helps is one finger hold it like this, and the other just presses it in and fold it. That will help make it easier. And then just slowly bring it together and close the top. Sometimes it helps when I put my hand inside and press it firmly, a little bit firmly, but gently, in order to keep the top shape. Just like that. So the bottom part is a little bit tricky, right? Because you want to fold this so that you can insert the light. And you see that it has a triangle right here. And so what you want to do is You fold it like this, and then just like this for now. So what really helps is with small pieces of tape, right, cut into small pieces, is by taping not the whole piece, but just this part, just like that. It keeps it together, especially when you assemble the light. It's a bit sturdier. And obviously, let me put my tape aside. And then you repeat that pattern, that folding pattern, all around. Tape on the edge. Make sure not to tear the paper, of course. Take your time. I may be going a bit fast. I'm just really used to this. Alright, I need some more tape. Okay. And then the next part is to, this is why we have a folding crease right here. We fold these inside, right? Just like that. And that's why we only have tape on this edge. That way this part can go inside and open. And it creates this layer, kind of a ring that the light can clip onto. Just like that. So this is the component, right? The component light that came with the package. So how to assemble this is, doesn't matter which way you put it, just it has to go from across one end to the end. And it's just like a clip, basically. Just like that. Just like this. And then you plug it in. Or you can either use a power source, a portable battery, or plug into your computer, or I have accessories, extended cords and outlet adapters that you can plug into the outlet. Voila. There you go. Your own pine cone lamp. Just like that. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me and I can help you out. Yeah.